With the most unfortunate timing, the heavyweight unification bout between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk will no longer take place on February 17. Turki Al-Sheikh says if Tyson Fury or Oleksandr Usyk pull out of their fight on May 18, they've agreed to forfeit $10 million. The day after the postponement was confirmed on Friday, the fighters appeared on a live stream in which each confirmed they had agreed to a new date for the fight. Explaining the injury, Fury said, "I arranged to spar 12 rounds with 4 different guys. In round 5, I got an elbow in the eye, a split eye, and obviously I've been to the hospital and had 11 stitches. They have the medical reports, they have everything. Nothing much anybody can do about getting a cut in sparring. Sigh. It happens. I've never had one before. First time for everything." Footage has now emerged appearing to show the moment Tyson Fury was cut by an elbow in sparring, causing the Oleksandr Usyk fight to be postponed. Usyk's manager, Egis Klimas, slammed the Gypsy King and was unfazed by the news of Fury's injury. Klimas stated, "Tyson Fury is a coward who will do anything not to face Usyk," and he asked his to hit him with a frying pan in his brow. You can quote me word for word for that. When the news was brought to Oleksandr, he just smiled. That is all he did. He is too mentally strong to break. According to Hearn, the cut does not look good. Therefore, he feels boxing fans may have to wait for 2 to 3 months to see Fury and Usyk share the ring. Hearn stated, 2 weeks out, probably one of the last couple of spars for Tyson Fury. Looking at the cut, it doesn't look like a pleasant cut. I think April or May is a realistic kind of date for a postponement. To have a conspiracy theory, you would have to suggest that Tyson Fury has allowed someone to cut him open with a knife above his eye when he's sparred, trained for 7 weeks, and he's making an absolute fortune to fight for the Undisputed Championship. No. This is, unfortunately, a freak accident. It's a bad cut. It's just terrible luck for him, Usyk, Saudi Arabia, and boxing. Krashuk read out the tweet which said, "The cut is genuine. Correct. You can't box with the cut. Correct. Has to be cancelled. That's why he's cut, so he can pull out." House. He himself has even commented on this situation, over 10 years on from their cancelled fight. He said, "Fury suffers a cut a couple of weeks before the fight. I know that pain all too well in 2013 when I was scheduled to fight Tyson Fury. I suffered a cut. And oh, did I not hear the end of it from him? I actually remember at the time thinking, I hope one day, before one of his big fights, he has to suffer this. He's been that much of a dick about it, and here we are. But I don't feel that good about it at all." According to Lennox Lewis, this cut is in the same area as the one he got in the Wallen fight. He wrote on X, "Tough break for Tyson Fury. This cut is in the same area as one he got in the Wallen fight. He's probably gonna need about 6 stitches and 3 months to heal. The saga continues." David Hay reacts to Tyson Fury vs. Oleksandr Usyk off and Fury's sparring cut.
The news, fight's cancelled, not happening or postponed. More likely, Tyson Fury suffers a cut a couple weeks before the fight. I know that pain all so well. I remember in 2013 when I was scheduled to fight Tyson Fury. I myself suffered a cut a week before the fight, and oh, did I not hear the end of it from him. Even to this day, you know, I still hear, you know, "Oh, you only got cut because you didn't want to fight him, you're scared." I was the big favourite, just like he's the big favourite in this fight. And sometimes shit just happens, and that's part of the sport. I actually remember at the time thinking, oh, I hope one day before one of his big fights, he has to suffer this, so he's been that much of a dick about it. And here we are. But I don't feel that good about it at all. I get no pleasure from him having to pull out of a fight that I really wanted him and the rest of the world wanted to see take place.
According to Fury's former cutman, Jorge Cappa, the new date could leave Fury with less than 3 weeks to get fully prepared. Cappa stated, "I would say it will take 90 days at least to recover from a cut in sparring. The cut needs to heal really good, and then Tyson can get back in action, back in training, and get back in camp, so it will be at least a few months for sure. Accidents can happen in sparring, and this is what has happened with Tyson, so he will need time to heal." Shane McGuigan thinks that Usyk is getting a raw deal from this because he's losing out on money due to Fury's injury. McGuigan stated, "It looked like quite a deep cut. It happens with fighters, especially when they're later on in their career. You pick up that scar tissue. You saw the Otto Wallen fight, where Tyson's eye was really bad. Tyson Fury is 35, and your skin gets less supple with age as well. May seems quite close for Fury Usyk to be rescheduled, especially with the depth of that cut. It looked quite deep." Carl Frock thinks that the new date should be taken with a pinch of salt, and he stated, "The date they've announced is really convenient. Everybody's upset, infuriated, and deflated that this undisputed everywhere title fight's not happening. So what do? They come out with a date of May 18th. take that with a pinch of salt. They're giving us something to think about. They're giving us something to talk about and to keep the dream alive and keep all the fans intrigued. That date is something that's been plucked out of the air, and I think we're being paid lip service because you can't say May 18 because you don't know what Fury is going to be doing now for the next 2 months and how that eye is going to heal. It's nice that they've got a date and they've put it in there and they still want it to happen, but to be honest, I don't get excited when I hear that. Evander Holyfield reacts to Fury versus Usyk off after the cut and said how he got injured with headgears.
No undisputed fight. Tyson Fury suffers a cut in sparring and it's postponed.
Well, it can happen. It's all depend on, did he have everything on that he supposed to have on? You have the headgears on. I don't see how he got hit like that if, because the headgears will be thick enough to, before they hit you in your eyes, it hit the pads.
While Fury pulled out of the fight at the very last minute because of unfortunate reasons, Michael Bisping feels that the fine imposed on Usyk is a bit uncalled for. He stated, if either of them can't make it on the night, they have to pay a $10 million forfeit. Now that's all well and good. That's great. I like that. Obviously it shows both men are eager to make this fight happen. They want to cement their legacy as the best boxer of their generation and collect all the belts. It's a little unfair for Oleksandr Usyk because he hasn't pulled out, okay? The reality is, Tyson did pull out. Legitimate pullout. Unfortunate, unplanned, wasn't his fault. It was an accident, but it was him that pulled out. So now if Usyk pulls out, because he might get cut in training, there's a potential $10 million penalty there for him. But he hasn't done anything. So if he accidentally gets cut, that is a $10 million cut for him. Alex Krasyuk said that the unbeaten Ukrainian was unruffled by the news and in fact expected it to come. He stated, his mentality is stronger than concrete, stronger than iron, stronger than a stone. He knows what he's doing. He's been in boxing for many years. He knows something happens. If such small things like this can break him, then you can't call him undisputed. He's not like that. He said it was expected, that's what he said. Now he relies on his team to work on his behalf and to work out a good solution, which we are now in progress with. With that said, what do you make of the cut Fury is suffering from? When do you expect the fight to take place? Let us know in the comments below.